Good morning. Hope you guys doing well, and welcome to today's edition of the London Session Open. Today is December 19th, and it's 9:30 a.m. in London, where I'm based, and doing this market update for you guys. Let's take a look at the markets. Before we start, as always, I need to stress trading financial markets, unfortunately, is high risk, and we may lose all of our invested money. Um, Good. All right, guys, what's going on here? Well, Euro versus the USD is bottoming out in this little area as anticipated. The idea yesterday was pretty much to be bullish from pretty much 111.20 with stops below 110.98. So that will be effectively a 22 pip stop loss. Right now, this market is up with 10, so we have half times our risk. Hopefully, we can go a little bit higher, maybe to 111.50 today. That would generate a potential return of 29 pips versus that risk of about 20 pips. So that's a decent 1.5 times risk reward ratio. So hopefully that can happen over the next few hours. If it does revisit the lows, then again, as long as we go 110.99, then there's no reason to change the bias. Here's GBP versus the USD. And I had two ideas here. So the first one was something I shared with you guys while I was on my holiday in Dubai. And what happened here, of course, is that the pound just slid straight through the buy area. And the reason for that, as you know, is because the Prime Minister of the UK decided that they want to make it into law that they can't extend the Brexit negotiations beyond 2020. And that, of course, is scaring people. The main reason why we went to the upside is because no deal Brexit was ruled out, but now a no deal Brexit is put back into the table effectively because it takes about 7 years to negotiate some good deals, and here they want to do it in 11 months. So let's see how that works out, but obviously the market's a bit scared. Now technically, the market bottomed out in this little buy spot that we talked about yesterday. And of course, if one is not long and you want to give it a shot, then the idea was to be bullish from here. You risk effectively 65 pip. Go up to 132, you make 90. Go up to 32.50, you make 147. As well, if I did buy here, which I did not, but if I would have been long from this spot on the move to the upside, I would try to offload that. Obviously, if you look beyond the near term, well, effectively, as long as trade above 130.47, and we may actually go up all the way up to the high again, 135.17. But again, I think now reality sinks in again. We'll see exactly what will happen, and if all those promises made by PM Johnson during the campaign train is going to be introduced or not. All right, dollar yen, not too much happening here. Last idea was just to buy here, lift the price, book profits up here. That happened. And now if we go down to 109.05, I think people are going to buy here again. Alternatively, take out 109.72, and this could slowly go to the upside. Dollar yen as well. It's one of those markets that may actually move during the Christmas period. Other markets, typically like Euro USD, of course, is traded worldwide, but it's predominantly dominated by the European and US banks. And obviously, during next week, most people taking time off if they haven't taken time off already. So is bound to be a quiet week next week for something like the Euro USD. But for dollar yen, in the years just before around Christmas and New Year's, you may actually have some decent trends. So you can keep an eye on this one. Now, I don't want to get you too excited, right? It's nothing, you need to be trading that period, but you can easily see some moves in the yen during that period. So if yen pairs, something like dollar yen is something I would actually look at. All right, Aussie dollar USD. We don't usually cover this in this presentation, so let's move along. I usually cover a bunch of markets actually, but not here in this platform and in this free market update. Crude oil prices remain bullish for now. Not too much to say about this. There's two options. We have this channel where I've been saying look to buy and dip, and we talked about buying in this little spot. That would have fine. And the idea has now been for this to go down and buy it here, but as you can see, the market is just going up and up and up. So this might have changed the way it operates, but if it do slide all the way down to 56.67, I think people will try to buy here with stops just below 55. The alternative, if you're really bullish, then you could probably wait for a pullback to 59.43, and this little spot here, I think people might look also to get involved, and then use this as their trend finding level. So there's two options here. There's no right or wrong. Sometimes if we wait for that very good opportunity, the market never allows us to get in, and we miss out. And sometimes when we get involved in these short-term opportunities, we get the position, but we also get stopped out. The best way, well, not the best way, there's different ways, but the way I like to look at the markets, I analyze about some 120 markets or so, and what I do here is that I actually look at all the different markets, and then I just wait and see for whatever asset has the best opportunity. And I primarily try to look at the markets from a technical point of view. I do of course try to understand the fundamentals driving the markets a bit, but primarily the technicals, and I just look for the best patterns. And also clearly this is an uptrend, but I think we haven't had a trade idea here for quite some time. So that's why it's a good idea to look at other stuff. Here's gold as well. It's been very quiet lately. I've been bullish from around these levels, and I continue to be bullish from 1462 and 1449.76, and I think we might go up, so we have that little channel here as well that we can work with. But sort of stuff that's been far more interesting, I think, and something I've been focusing on, is the Russell 2000. Some of you guys might not know the Russell 2000. The Russell 2000 is the US small cap index, and with most brokers is called US 2000. And this is something I've been highlighting to people and clients of mine, where you were stuck in this big channel, and you had a break to the upside here, and then you had a little narrowing here, and you had a break. So this was the initial signal, went up and then went down. Could have bought on a dip if you wanted to as well. It's not going good, and this market's going upwards now because it was big range here. We have a target of 1791. There is some other stuff as well, the Taiwanese stock market. So you can see I really go, let's see if I can find it now. I really look across many different markets. This is the Taiwanese stock market. I don't know if you can see it, but big head and shoulders, a big head, left and right shoulder. We have this move here, which is an 18% move, 23 actually. It becomes 18. You can see the difference here, but this point wise, this is where we go in, and you can see here how we had that big break of that inverse head and shoulders, and then you have here a sweet little rectangle, and then you have that little break there. So I encourage you guys to look very wide for opportunities, unless you really like something like gold and you really understand it. There's some people, most people actually, they just decide that they want to be really good in a few markets, and they do that very good, and that's fine. But if you are willing to just spend some time learning about more than just a few markets, then that can really enrich your trading, because again, not all markets are moving always. So let's take a look at some more stock markets. So this is the Dow Jones. So the Dow Jones is bullish, right? It's bullish. You can see the market's clearly trading upwards. It took out its prior all-time high here on December 12th. Since then, not much has actually happened. The market is obviously bullish. It could easily go higher, but I would prefer to buy dips here from 27,916. And here again, it's just about being patient. You just have to be patient when you trade these markets, otherwise very difficult. Here's the German DAX. German DAX is bullish as well. It did take out the prior high here and then attack that high again, and I said look to get involved, but look to get involved on a dip. I put a fib on from the low to the high, and this is my trend finding level. When you draw fibs, you always want to draw it from the level that is important for the market, and if you're trading a trend like I am, it's usually the trend finding level. So that's where everybody would put their stop loss orders. So most people probably do have their stop loss orders down here, and then they're looking to buy dips into that. So this is the support level, and this is the well, exact level is 30,204.5. Okay, let's see if you guys have any questions. I forgot to say good morning here myself. We have 4 people watching right now. I guess it's because it's that time of the year where it's a little bit quieter. If you do guys have any questions during the day, you're most welcome to reach out to me. And as well, if you're watching the recording, don't forget to like the video and also forget to share the video. And if you do have questions, you know, you're most welcome to keep track of what I'm up to via ATFX 00, and that's the link for that. Okay, so we have no questions. We're gonna wrap things up. I hope guys you have a good time off. If you're having any time off, I'm gonna be in most likely. I think I'm supposed to be in on the 23rd actually. So I'm probably gonna be on the 23rd, but then after the 24th, I'm gonna be away, and I think I'm gonna be back. I think on the 2nd or 3rd of the December. So we got a question from Marvin. How was my trip? My trip was really good. Dubai weather was really good this time of the year. It's very nice to have a little break from the cold and sort of foggy and wet London. So that was really good. So yeah, it was a good time. If you guys have anything else about the market, then just ping me. Marvin, I hope you have a good day, and thanks so much for watching, and thanks so much for retweeting my stuff. I always appreciate that. Okay, guys, have a good day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you, and bye-bye. Cheers.